What is up, everyone? So we're gonna jump right in. Haha, literally. I sped through the jump rope warm up because boring. Left in my oopsies because why not? Everybody messes up. And I actually really love jump rope as a warm up because it kind of gets your whole body going and really gets your heart rate up real quick. So for that, I love it. And moving right along into circuit numero uno. These are banded jump squats, which we all know I love. Banded everything. Forces you to focus so hard on your form. I love it. So moving straight from those into wall balls. Wall balls. This is an 18-pounder. I tend to give a little hop at the bottom because, you know, why not? Project you up just a little higher. And don't be fooled, y'all. These are hard. Moving on into, these are what Ashley Horner calls wall runs. And you basically start with your feet against the wall. Run your feet up the wall at the same time as moving your hands towards the wall, and you end up sort of in a handstand position, like with your face up against the wall. And they don't look that bad, but holy cow, let me tell you, these suckers are hard. All right, last exercise in the circuit. These are called man makers. It's basically a renegade row, which is a push-up, a row on each arm in plank position, a burpee up to a shoulder press. I know that's a lot, and that's why you only have to do a few, because these are freaking hard too. So that is the first circuit, and repeat that 3 times before moving on into the next circuit. So now we're on to some floor work. Grab a mat and your bands again and wrap it around your ankle. These are just banded kickbacks. It adds a little bit of resistance to that leg and ramps up the ouch factor, which, you know, that's what we all want, right? Grow that booty. 10 on each side. Before moving straight on, no rest, into the next exercise. All right, single leg hip thrusts. Make sure you squeeze through your hamstrings and your glutes here. Get that back all the way into a straight line. Squeeze your core too. Core is always super important in any exercise like this as well. I like to keep that other leg straight up. You can also point it at the same angle as your other knee, so like a 45-degree angle as opposed to like a 90-degree angle, but that's your call. It's up to you, whatever is more comfortable. Both are equally as hard, let me tell you. Righty, moving right into a variation of leg lifts. We're going to do 8 on each side. I sort of borrowed these from yoga because I absolutely love them. They're hard, but they give you a nice like stretch on that crossed leg as well. So what you want to make sure of here is that your core is super tight to keep your back as flat to the ground as possible. I sort of use my elbows and my arms as like stabilizers to help me balance. But make sure your core is super tight and that moving leg is as straight as you can get it. And then we're going to move right along into some seated exercises. These are shoulder abductors at 90 degrees, and these will depend on your mobility and range of motion, but you'll feel it, and these are hard. I believe I'm using 15 pounds here, and after about 5 or 8, you start to feel it. Move straight on into curls. Try and keep yourself as stable as possible. Squeeze that core and your back to keep yourself still, and only move your arms. And then we'll move straight on into tricep kickbacks in tabletop position, which is hands and knees basically with a flat back. Repeat on the other side. Keep that core super tight and your back straight as well here. And keep the weight as even as you can between both hips and even on your knees. And then I'm going to grab that same band that I was using on my legs earlier for the floor exercise, for the kickbacks. Wrap it around my wrists, and you can tell it's not super high resistance. It doesn't take a lot for me to spread my arms to push up position. You don't want super high resistance, or that's too hard on your joints for this exercise. And then I'm going to do some banded push-ups, and that is it. Repeat the floor mat circuit 3 times, and you are good to go. Enjoy, guys.